Good evening and happy Tuesday. These days are going by so fast I had to think for a second, what day is it? Oh my goodness. Well, this is my first Facebook Live since I turned 41. This is how 41 looks. I love it. I feel fabulous. And I thank you so much, Facebook family, for all the birthday wishes. I had a fabulous weekend, almost a full week in New Orleans. So a complete turn up. So I have some information for you. It's been a few weeks since I've gone live. So make sure that you share or create a watch party, or if you're on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe, or anybody can subscribe. There's valuable information on past Facebook Lives, information on business opportunities, just a lot of great information that allow you to continue to thrive and survive. My YouTube channel is Toyicha Chisom. So make sure you go there, and I'll make sure I put the link in at the end. Okay, so this is what I want to talk about. So you all need to know that most people don't know that a federal budget definitely affects you. And if it affects all of us nationwide. So one good thing that the House did today, even though they didn't vote on a stimulus or extending unemployment at this time, they did vote on a budget, a federal budget, to go through until the end of December. And since they did that, that means that food stamp programs will continue. A lot of people don't know that the funds for that get exhausted by the end of generally by the end of September. So food stamps would have ran out of money, Medicaid, and other major programs that affect middle class and people who are in need. So it's a good thing that they at least did that. It has to go through the Senate and Mr. Trump has to sign, but that is the beginning of something great. So those programs don't get shut down in the middle of all this chaos that we have going on now. So a lot of people have asked, Toyicha, do you actually think that there's going to be a direct stimulus or some unemployment extension that'll happen soon within the next months? And my answer personally is no. I don't think that it's going to happen within the next month or so. I think more or less in December, January. They want to get through this election. When I say they, I'm talking about these politicians running this circus, this three-ring circus. They have their strategic plan, you know, on how to continue to make Trump look bad, but he already looks worse. I don't know how he can look any worse than he already does. However, I believe that what's happening is that they believe if they release a direct stimulus to everyone, it's going to make it look like the economy is thriving, and they don't want Trump to look good under those circumstances. A lot of other people may have other ideas as far as why they don't think a direct stimulus is going to happen, and you can feel free to share those comments. However, another reason I believe that a direct stimulus isn't happening is because of all the fraud. The government believes that, hey, you know, we tried to help you all. We had the SBA grants, loans. We had unemployment, issuing those out without due diligence. And because they didn't do their due diligence, they got screwed. But really, at the end of the day, it's going to be the people who committed the fraud, because I'm going to say this, and I'm only going to say it one time. If you think that 2020 was a whammy, I want to say another word, but I'm not going to say it. Okay, if you think that 2020 was a whammy, 2021 is going to be pure hell, because these people have already come knocking on doors doing sweeps for people who have done SBA and EDD fraud. And people keep saying, oh my gosh, well, they can't lock up everybody, please. Unfortunately, those people don't understand that the prison industry is a multi-million-dollar industry. It's another business. So everybody who's incarcerated, they get paid on $1,000, $1,500 a day. And those people who know what I'm talking about, I know that you're going to comment and go ahead and say, she's telling the truth once again. So that's more money for them. So they'll build 1, 2, 3 other prisons out in the desert somewhere in order to get everybody in. But the thing is this. At the least, what is going to happen to those who have committed the fraud is they won't see another tax return probably for 10 or 20 years. Okay, and that is if they file, but we already know the IRS will make you file at some point. You can try and evade filing taxes all you want, but they'll come back 5 years, 6, 7, 8 years later, and all that shenanigans that they do. Okay, I always tell folks, you can't mess with the feds. They are the feds, and those 4 letters are just horrible because they can make your life horrible. You know, so the thing is this: you won't see any tax refunds for years. You'll be barred from federal funds. Most people say, okay, so what? Federal funds? Well, that means Section 8, that means food stamps, that means WIC, that means student loans. That means a whole lot of funds that people normally need, you know, who aren't making over $40,000, $50,000 a year. They have some subsidies in order to have housing, food, medical. So over a measly $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 a quick hustle, you're actually screwing yourself for additional 10, 15, 20 years to follow. And it's going to be really hard because, hey, who's trying to help you? Nobody, because you screwed the system, which you end up screwing yourself. Because I always tell people, you can't beat a system that you did not create. You are not the same as those who they say, oh, well, they've been messing up the system and getting over on the system all this time. The thing is those people have money to pay high-priced attorneys to get out of whatever situation it is. Those people know people in high places. They know attorneys. They know judges. Some folks are police officers and everything like that. So they can get out of trouble very, very quick. Sometimes it's not what you know, it's who you know. And if you don't know nobody and somebody from around the block just gave you a suggestion on, hey, there's free money out here, you have no real connections. And so that's what gets folks in trouble at the end. So I know for most folks, most of that fraud money is gone, or either they sitting on it. There's some people that are trying to buy homes with it. And I say, oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Because see, if you buy a home with the fraud money, they're going to take your home, then where your kids going to stay. That doesn't add up. So, you know, Miss Toy, Auntie TT is going to tell you the real. Okay, and I'm telling you the real because I don't want you to not know what you're facing. I don't want other people out there getting in trouble and just the unknown going on. The stories that I've heard are incredible, and I'm not even going to recite most of them. But whatever the case is, I'll be praying for everybody. I'm praying for everybody at all times, okay? My goal at all times is to get information out to you in order to enhance your life, in order you to thrive, survive, especially during the pandemic and even after this pandemic, which I hope that this ceases soon. I pray every day that it ceases sooner rather than later. But even after that, I'm still going to be here giving you information so that you can use it in order to increase your life, not only your life, your kids' life, and anybody attached to you. That's why I say what I say. I don't work for the damn SBA. I don't work for EDD. But the thing is that I care about you. So that's why I'm giving you the information. So going back to the fact of why I don't think that there's a direct stimulus is because people have frauded the system. So they're like, shoot, we ain't giving them no more money. They done already screwed up the money that we tried to give them in the first place. So if they frauded the system, they better hang on to what they have until we come back to get it. So no, there's not going to be another direct stimulus. So for the people out there who are hurting, there are business owners I know right now who have had to shut down. They've been in business for years and actually had to shut down because they didn't get any SBA money that they needed in order to continue their business, while folks who didn't even have businesses sucked the system. There's people that I know of who have inboxed me and say, hey sis, you know, my kids don't even have nothing to eat. We're trying to figure out what we're going to do because EDD still hasn't even processed our claim. And I was like, it's horrible. But the reason why that they can't process your claim is because there's too many fraudulent claims out there, and they don't have enough money, even though they're not trying to say it, but they don't have enough money to support all these people on EDD, so they got to slow the system down. They got to slow processing down. And that's why California has been a leader. They started a few days ago, said, oh, honey, no. We are halting all processing of unemployment claims. Because they need to investigate a little bit to figure out if the claim is fraudulent. And they also need to catch up. There are over 850,000 claims last week nationwide. Nationwide. That's a lot of people losing their jobs, and every day more corporations are going out of business. So with more corporations going out of business, that means more unemployed people. On top of that, when you think about that, if these corporations can't pay their bills, how can the common folk pay their bills and survive? So these people actually needed this money in order to just figure everything out. So whatever the case, I'll get off my soapbox. So the information is, if your unemployment processing is slower, it's because other states, including California, have slowed down processing. They won't be processing for 2 weeks. However, if your claim is valid, they will give you back pay from the date that you actually filed. They're not giving back pay all the way, from March or April and June and all that. They say, oh, no, honey, we shutting all that down. So from the date that you actually filed unemployment, that is when they'll give you that back pay. Okay, so the FEMA unemployment stimulus generally has stopped. Some states are just catching up and finishing giving the $300. Some people got $300, some got $600, some got $1200. It just depends on when that state actually filed that application for unemployment, for the FEMA unemployment assistance. So that determine how much you may actually get in your state. So God bless those who got all the money. That's awesome, and I really hope that something comes up. I hope that God touched the hearts of the politicians to at least extend some additional unemployment assistance to people, because some people are only getting $100 a week on unemployment, and who's going to live off of that? I don't even know anywhere in the United States where you can live off $100 a week. So the second or the third or fourth thing, I don't even know what I'm on right now, because I'm just giving you information. Okay, so 9 million people have not received their first stimulus of the $1,200. Okay, the thing is, the stimulus money is still going out. The $1,200 first stimulus is still going out. Let me make sure I go ahead and clear that up, because some people will be saying that I said the second stimulus is coming out. That's not what I said. The first one, okay? There's 9 million people who still haven't received it. Most of those people, they're saying, are homeless. They're trying to, the IRS is trying to send out letters to locate people who are eligible and haven't filed. So if you need your $1,200 stimulus and you haven't filed, go to the irs.gov site, coronavirus. If you're a person who owes taxes and you just said, hey, I'm skipping the $1,200 because I owe all of this back taxes and I don't want to be on the radar, I tell folks, look, go ahead and get the $1,200 now because it's due to you. But no matter what, the IRS is coming for you, no matter what. Okay? Yeah, maybe 2, 3, 4 years, 5 years. The thing is, you may need the money now. So if that $1,200 is due to you, you haven't filed your taxes because you owe thousands of dollars, I just say, hey, if you're in a crunch, go ahead and get that $1,200 now. Worry about paying the IRS later. Okay, so if you need to file your taxes, you know who to contact. That's me. Okay, at setfreetaxpro.com. For $149 is my pandemic rate for individuals, $199 and up for businesses. So I'm being very, very generous with my prices and have been since the pandemic, because my goal is always to help people. I'm not trying to gouge people. I'm going to, give you my professional services in order to help you and go from there. Okay, so that's regarding that. For people who are behind on bills, okay, as I just stated, major corporations are filing bankruptcy. I never advocate people to file for bankruptcy unless they have some major situations going on. They owe property. They're about to be sued. There's like major things going on. I always recommend credit repair first. I always do free consultations so I can check out a person's credit to figure out what's going on before referring them on to somebody who I trust in order to do BKs, because my plate is full. I don't have time to do BKs, but I do have people that I trust in order to get that done for you if that is something that you want to do. However, I'll take a look at your paperwork first, your credit reports, in order to make sure that should be the best solution for you. However, I will tell you some things that may help you avoid a BK. Okay, so if you're behind on your bills, there's a lot of people behind on their bills, and I say, hey, do not lose sleep, stress out, and your health isn't worth it. Your life is valued much more than paying these credit card companies. They are going to be fine. Remember, they're the first ones who are bailed out while the general people are not. Okay, so you always have time to start over. You always can start over. Fresh start. Okay, whether you choose Sept free credit repair or not, you always have a fresh start in life. There's always a, hey, I'm going to pick myself up and I'm going to start over, and I'm going to be absolutely amazing on this next round. So say that to yourself. Don't let these people stress you out. But here's a tip. If you want to write a goodwill letter regarding the fact that, hey, you know, I'm going through the pandemic, I lost my job, unemployment hasn't come through, or either I'm getting unemployment, but it's a low amount, I'm in survival mode, I got to take care of my kids, I can't pay these bills right now, they're not priority, these credit cards have to wait. Well, 9 times out of 10, those people reading those letters are going to process that and get rid of some of those recent lates that you have. They're going to allow you to have a deferment, okay? They're going to reduce your monthly credit card payments. Those are generally the things that they do. Now, if you don't want to deal with snail mail, as we know, during this pandemic, even the post office has failed us in many ways. We got these fires, we have these hurricanes. Can't trust the mail that much. Okay, so you can pick up the phone and call your credit card companies one by one, okay, and work out some type of deal with them and discuss the situation, you know. And like I said, 9 times out of 10 they are going to work with you, and if they don't, just say to hell with it. Do what you can do, what you have, and don't let these people stress you out. I will help you get a fresh start. Okay, if you don't choose me, you know, you can figure your way through. But I have instructions on how to help you have a fresh start at septfreecreditrepair.com. That's what I do. I've been doing it for over 10 years, and it's absolutely amazing to get these testimonials on a daily basis. Hey, sis, like the one I just posted. She turned around and bought her daughter a car for graduation when her credit score was below 500. Her score raised up so high. Not only is she doing well, she blessed her daughter, and that's what I'm talking about. Having good credit and credit education. I don't like to use the word credit repair anymore. I like to use credit restoration. I like to use credit education. I like to use credit knowledge. Because what I am giving you is way more than what I'm charging you. Trust and believe that. But the thing is, I want to help more people. There's people who charge $2,500, $3,000. There's people who are charging you $99 a month and keep bleeding you for $99 a month for over a year, over 2 years, and still don't fix everything. But the thing is they're trying to get the money out of you so then they can go ahead and do what they're going to do. But the cold thing about it is it's going to take a year or two for it to get done, because they're trying to get as much money out of you before they fix everything. See, the thing with my program with Sept Free is that you're charged a flat rate. You start for $149, and yes, I did say $149 in order to get you started, and I work with you on the rest of your payments because I want you to win. I don't want you stressed out. I want your family to win. I want you to be able to teach your children what I teach you, so then they can create continuous wealth and use their credit wisely. Okay? So the other thing that I want to talk about is home loans. I also say, hey, there's a lot of people going through right now, but everybody's not going through right now. Okay? There are people who are buying homes. I'm processing mortgage loan applications, and I see various things on there. One big mistake that I must let you know: if you're attempting to buy a home within a 6-month period, please don't go buy a new car. Don't do that. You're increasing your debt to income ratio, and banks don't like to see that you owe a whole bunch of people. They want you to be solid. They want to see, $8,000 to $10,000 in the bank, over a few months. They want you to have some type of assets, 401k, savings behind you, because look, they're nervous right now. Okay? Nervous. So imagine if your friend around the block said, hey, can I borrow $5,000? And they're like, look, dude, like, I don't know do you have a job right now? How much? No, you ain't got no savings. Nah, I can't give you no $5,000. So see, that's how the banks are looking at you. The money tells the story. I tell people that on their taxes all the time. The money tells the story. See, I talk in money all day. That's my language. I speak money. And when I'm giving you information, give to you is in order, once again, for you to thrive and survive. So if you have any questions, you can get those questions together. I'll make sure that I answer them before this is over. But I want to give you some websites for first-time home buyers, down payment assistance programs, because a lot of people say, hey, I may have that money in the bank, but I need money for closing. I need money for the down payment. So here are the websites for home loan down payment programs. There's the USDA loans.us.com. We have FHA.com. We have HUD.gov. Bank of America and Wells Fargo have first-time home buyers assistance programs as well. And I want to let you know that I assist people nationwide with home loans, and I do have connection with real estate agents in other states and cities in order to assist you in relocating. Because most of us know, a lot of people in California are relocating to other areas, Nevada and the southern states. Why? Because everything is so gosh darn high. One of my friends just posted a video of $1 million townhome structure. I'm not even gonna call that a house, okay? Because you ain't really seen a house until, I don't know, you gone to say Beverly Hills and all out there in the hills where they got some land, or you done came out to the southern states and there's a whole bunch of land and there's gosh darn a mansion sitting on the land. Like, that's a house, not going outside for $1 million and you don't even have a backyard. You got a park in the front. You don't even have a garage for $1 million. I'm like, oh boy. If you only knew what you can do in other states, save money, purchase low. You can fly wherever you want to fly, when you want to fly, invest. And I'm going to speak about investments, okay? I tell people there's always opportunities. You just have to knock. Go seek, find. Don't wait on all these corporations to hire you. So, look, for the holidays, these corporations are hiring. Now, to go ahead and spit this out, we have Amazon who's hiring. We have 7-Eleven, because 7-Eleven has 7-Eleven Go. Okay, so they're hiring. We have Walmart. We have, I don't know if I mentioned FedEx and USPS. They are all hiring for the holidays. I'm sure you all can add to the list in the comments in order to help other people. But they're hiring. But just in case you don't get a job with them, you can work for yourself. There are so many different things that other people are looking for. Other people are looking to purchase and buy. And you can go to my YouTube channel, Toyicha Chisom, in order to look at those other videos of other opportunities, gig work, creating your online business. You need your LLC, corporations. I tell people that all the time. Go to my website, So I can help you with that, Set Free Tax Pro, because a lot of people, if they were situated already before this pandemic, they started building their credit using their LLC or their corporations. That's what they could be, living on right now, because they'd be able to take out the loans and everything because they have their business structure. So I say use your business structure to your advantage, and I can show you how that works with business credit too. I just don't deal with individual credit. I deal with business credit as well. So everything that I'm telling you is a stepping stone in order for you to get to the next level. You have to crawl before you walk. And I say that because that's what I've done. I didn't know all this information 10 years ago or 15 years ago. That's how I know about stumbling and falling. I know about getting up, dusting yourself off, and moving forward. I know about business sharks. I know about subprime loans. I know about stuff being taken from me. I know about almost losing things. I know about all this stuff. Okay, I'm a regular person, and I've gone through hell and back, and I tell people all the time, I've been to hell and back, and I have the vouchers. Okay, I have a testimony. All the tests are a testimony, and anybody who's going through, it's the same for you. The test is going to be a testimony later. So keep your head up, keep strong, and just keep pushing every day. It may be hard to get out of the bed every day. You don't want to face another day, so you just want to sleep all day. You want to hide from the world, but you got to get up out of that. I had to get myself up out of that. People didn't know that I was going through that at some certain time, because I could have got an Academy Award for my acting, baby. I acted like I was fine. I would smile through my pain every day and still help people, even though I personally was going through pain each and every day from the hurt of life, the hurt of people, and other things that were going around and going on in my life. But I'm a testimony that I'm smiling now, and I mean it. Okay, and you can do the same. So just keep on trusting and believing God that a change is coming, because my life was different 365 days ago. Okay, and I thank and praise God every day. That's why I'm so thankful and grateful for where I am right now, because He returned me back to what I'm used to and the things that I work for. Sometimes people have to be excused out of your life in order for you to thrive and elevate to your next level. If you always have somebody pulling on you for something, and they just can't get right, then you can't get right because they can't get right, and they're attached to you, and it just creates all kind of chaos. Don't work like that. Don't work like that for me. You have to be free. Your mind has to be clear. You have to be focused. You have to be completely focused on your next level. No U-turns. Keep straight, baby. Keep straight. And let God guide you. See, when you want to take the steering wheel and you think you got it all planned out, and God is sitting up there laughing like, this person actually thinks that they got a hold on everything, and you just don't know. Sometimes the things that you want, God has greater and better. And I can testify to that, because there's some things that I wanted last year. God said, I took a look into your future. I already planned everything out for you, baby. So just trust me, slow down a little bit, and trust my procedure and what I'm going to do for you. Because what people set up for you to fall, you can turn back and laugh at it. The things that people say about you to stop you from pursuing your dreams, the things that people say to you because they know that you're strong, so they try to break you down, you can turn around and say, and just laugh. Because you know what you have inside of you. You know what God put into you to create you. You are a piece of Him, and that is greatness. So never forget that. So remember your worth. And if you've forgotten, you need to go back and find it. And don't let anybody ever treat you lower than your value. And I'll drop a pinpoint right there. So I'm going to go ahead and go through questions here. It looks like a few people made some comments. Thank you all for watching. Okay, Todd, you said, what about if I was disqualified for my unemployment? Can't I file an appeal and pandemic? You can file an appeal. The appeal process is always listed on the back of the notice that, your denial letter. Also, when you go to edd.gov, that's for California, okay, they'll let you know what the appeal process is. Now, I don't know how long it takes them to actually have the hearing, but everything with this pandemic is crazy. But you're going to have to go to that website, edd.gov, and click on more information for the appeals process, and also look at the information that's listed on the back of your denial letter. Okay, so Tanya, give me a call or text tomorrow after 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. If anybody needs to reach me, the number is 562-646-6185. As I'm scrolling down for other questions here, I'll give you my websites. It's setfreetaxpro.com, setfreecreditrepair.com, and there's a few others that will lead you to my other websites, like getsetfreeweightloss.com. There's all these websites, honey. That's why I say there's plenty of opportunities. I've been running online businesses for years, since 2004. Okay, and let's see. Hold on, somebody just said something. Somebody said something about M1. Is M1 a good investment site? Yes, M1 Finance is a good app to use for investments. She's referring to stock trading, and M1 Finance allows you to get percentage stocks. So if you don't have $2,000 or $3,000 to purchase a share of Tesla, you can purchase a percentage share based upon what you invest. If it's $100, if it's $200, say $50 to go to Tesla, $75 to go to Disney. So there's many opportunities in stocks, and that's a platform that I use and I love, M1 Finance. On top of that, they give you a debit card so that whatever increases that you have for the day, the week, however, which way you want to withdraw, you have access to your money right then and there. I also use E-Trade. E-Trade allows you to transfer money back and forth in between your stock account to your outside account, so you can access your money. That normally takes a few hours or 24 hours to get it, but M1 Finance is good, so that's a great question. If you're interested in investing in stock, doing your first trade, downloading your first app, you can go to Set Free Tax Pro and click on stock, cryptocurrency, and Forex. I love it. Cryptocurrency is awesome. If you want to join me on FX Success, you can, or download eToro. When it comes to Forex, I'm a beginner. My love is teaching me Forex, and I'm loving it. I love to sit down and shut up sometimes. Y'all wouldn't believe it, but I do. I like to sit down and shut up and observe. So he's teaching me more about Forex. And if you want to dabble in, just practice with Forex trading, you can download MetaTrader Ford app, and you can play around with $5,000, $100,000, and see how you do with it. Okay, you have to study your candles, and I know I'm speaking foreign to some people, because like maybe last month it was all foreign to me, but trust me, if you go on YouTube, you'll be able to get more information, just the basics, so you understand the verbiage. Because trust me, I keep telling folks, people who are rich generally aren't rich because they're working a 9-to-5. No, they're rich because they took that money from a 9-to-5 and they were investing in stocks, cryptocurrency, Forex. Everybody wasn't born with a silver spoon in their mouth. I know I wasn't, okay? I didn't have, this family member and that family member to borrow this and that for. I didn't already, I wasn't born into, a successful business family and all this other stuff. I worked for everything that I had, no trust fund, never married, so never divorced, and he had to pay me a whole bunch of alimony and I did something with it. No, everything that I've done was off of pieces, crumbs and pieces, and God made something great of it due to my diligence and working hard, getting my education, and staying focused. So I say the same thing to everybody. There's opportunity for you. Definitely opportunity out here. I see other businesses that have been created during this pandemic. If you are in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, I encourage you to join the DFW Entrepreneur Group, okay? And it's a group on Facebook where leaders within the DFW area that strive to make sure that new business owners, those who are seasoned business owners, any business owner is able to get the information that they need in order to thrive. Okay, so make sure you go to DFW Entrepreneur Group. There are many groups all over, okay? Whatever city that you're in, whatever state that you're in, there's a lot of networking groups. If you're in business, I suggest that you join those Facebook groups. There are thousands of people in those groups and a lot of information out there for you. So if there aren't any more questions, I'll go ahead and sign off because I have some food simmering in the kitchen. I've been eating out for like over a week, celebrating my birthday week and everything. And my kids are like, Mommy, can you cook? I'm like, yes. Okay, I'm going to cook. No more takeout and picking up orders and all this other stuff. Mommy's about to throw down in the kitchen like I'm used to doing. Okay, my kitchen break is over. All right, so God bless you all. I hope that I gave you some valuable information that you can take back and use. Maybe even if it's not for yourself, share with a friend. Oh, it looks like somebody just asked a question. Oh, Michelle. Okay, in order to get a home loan, generally, you can get a home loan with a 580 to a 640. That's minimum. But remember, when those scores are low, you need to have some assets. You need to have some money to back it up. So the lower your score, the more money you normally have to put down. So every case is different, but I'm willing to speak with everyone individually regarding their situation. So if you need to talk to me, inbox me. Or go ahead and call me for an appointment at 562-646-6185. Had to think about it. I guess I'm getting tired. It's almost, 11 o'clock here? Okay, so God bless you all. Take care. Remember that any day is a great day to get set free. I love you all. Take care. And I'll see you soon with some more valuable information. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.